Behind me is one of the most legendary customs ever built. For real. There are cars that are icons, cars that leave a mark, cars that were innovators. This is all of those. So if you're not familiar with the Hirohata Merc, the short version of the story is that a gentleman named Bob Hirohata bought a 1951 Mercury and took it to his buddy George Barris, the customizer, the George Barris, and said, "Hey, George, Sam, do whatever you'd like to this car, but I want to have the most innovative custom car in the country. Go." And it was unusual for a customer to do that kind of stuff at that shop or any shop. You know, imagine having the freedom to just do whatever you'd like. And eventually that's what George and Sam Barris did. They took this car and applied all kinds of ideas that they had been kind of brewing up over the years. So the most obvious one is the overall shape of the car and that the top is chopped. You'll notice that this is basically the textbook definitive chopped Mercury. The height of the chop is right on, the angle of the windshield is perfect, the rear window lays in the way it's supposed to. You can't really improve on this. It's been supplemented by becoming a hardtop instead of the pillared post coupe. So you roll all these windows down and you got a wide open space. But even cooler, when the windows are up, you can see the custom frame that they did to accentuate the line of the top and also slope down towards the back, which they then chromed so it looks like it came like that from the factory, but that's all handmade stuff. There are custom scoops on the side of the quarter panels with deep skirts. Up in front, the hood has been pancaked, which means they chopped some of the height out of it and flattened the hood. The grill is it's a floating grill bar, you know, designed to just be a fully custom appearance. The headlights are Frenched. The bumpers have been worked on. The rear exhaust tips come through the bumpers. The taillights are from a Lincoln Capri. Lots of different pieces on this car, including the Buick side trim, which again looks like it was made for this car, but was taken from a different car and put on. Then it was painted with a crazy two-tone green. A lot of custom cars back in the day were painted darker colors. This one was designed to stand out, so it's brighter. The interior is all custom made. One of the coolest things is the headliner. It's a green and white tuck and roll, traditional style upholstery. All the knobs on the dash are laminated plastic that have been spun and polished, all handmade stuff. And one of the signature pieces on this car is the original Von Dutch pinstripe graphic on the glove box store. It's still there. This is the original graphic. Man, it's amazing that original Von Dutch stripe is still on the dashboard after all these years. Cadillac hubcaps, there's a Cadillac overhead V8 under the hood. So every cool thing you could do to a 51 Mercury was done to this car, but done back in '53, and it's the benchmark. You know, there are very few cars built since then that look this cool and remain this iconic. They got it right the first time. To be able to spend some time with this car at a show, it was very unusual because it went into hiding for a long time. It was restored a few years ago, but as a very special treat, it became a display here at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. It was like seeing a unicorn.